Hello and welcome to Senior Solutions Utah Television. I'm Michelle Rowley. The goal of our show here today is to present you with information about some of the services and resources that are available to help you put some life back into your life. Whether you're a senior or, like me, the daughter of an aging parent, we hope you'll find our show informative. We've spent much of the past year talking to experts, and we've selected some of the best to let you know just what is available right here in Utah to help make the most of your life. Let's get started. Without a doubt, one of the most misunderstood resources available for seniors is a reverse mortgage. The misinformation about this one topic could take our entire half hour here today. Having a mortgage professional take the time to explain the upsides and the relatively few risks of a reverse mortgage could be the most revealing hour you ever spend. Mark Hammond from Legend Reverse Mortgage explains.
You know, I had a pretty good 401k that I had contributed to for years and years and years. But when the housing bubble burst and when Wall Street took us all down, my 401k lost about half of its value.
Hi, welcome to my Reverse Mortgage Exposed videos. In these videos, we'll get into some of the pitfalls to avoid and some of the bad things about reverse mortgages that you must be aware of. So let's start out with something they never tell you in the TV commercials. A reverse mortgage is similar to a regular mortgage, except instead of making payments on the loan, the interest is added on to the end of the loan. That's important to understand. So reverse mortgages give you money now while allowing you to postpone payment of the interest till later. So you can use all of your income for living expenses and none for interest. They're designed to help you use the equity in your home to help you stay in your home for a longer period of time where you're comfortable, and allows you the financial ability to stay independent. Pay for help at home as you may need it, and postpone the need to uproot yourself from your home in order to get the care you need. So aside from your loan balance going up, it doesn't sound too bad. So let me get this straight. Each month, the amount you owe goes up. Horrible, right? So you end up owing more and more and more until they come and they take your house away, right? Wrong. Owing too much is never a trigger for repayment of the loan. In fact, you could live to be 200 years old and you'd never be asked to pay a dime of interest, as long as you live in the home, pay your taxes and insurance, maintain the home, and there's one more that I'll talk about in the next video. So those are your obligations. And as long as you do those things, the lender is under contract to not require you to pay any interest as long as you live in the home. One of the best things about reverse mortgages is that you remain the legal owner. You can sell your house or refinance it as long as you pay off the reverse mortgage. This can be challenging though, because the longer you have the reverse mortgage, the higher the balance gets. So you should not look at a reverse mortgage as a short-term solution. You should view this as a way to tap into your equity without having to make mortgage payments, a way to live off your equity without having to sell your home. And reverse mortgages don't require that you promise to pay the money back. You're not personally guaranteeing the repayment of this loan. I bet you're thinking, why would lenders do this? Why would they lend money and not ask for payments? Well, actually, they wouldn't. Not unless our federal government ensured that they wouldn't lose money. Our government wants to help seniors, many of whom are vulnerable financially. And so they insure lenders against loss so they can continue to offer the program. Otherwise, reverse mortgages probably wouldn't exist. So you can thank our federal government for your reverse mortgage. It's great to be an American. But what if you die right away after getting the reverse mortgage? They take all that equity, right? Wrong. You'd still have lots of equity in your home, plus the money that you hadn't spent yet. And the lender's only entitled to the interest that is built up on the loan since you got the loan. Your kids would inherit the home, either sell it or refinance it, and pay off the balance owed. And they would keep the remaining equity, just like they would if you didn't have a reverse mortgage. But what if you live forever? Eventually you'll spend all the money, and if your equity doesn't increase much, you could end up owing more than your house is worth. What then? Well, your kids would inherit the home as usual. If they determine that there is no equity in the home, they can simply walk away with no liability. Since you don't sign a personal guarantee, they can't come after you, nor your assets, nor your kids to satisfy the loan. Only the house can satisfy the debt. And if it doesn't, then FHA steps in and pays the lender the difference. So after your equity is gone, every day you live in that house is like a free pass. Even though you owe more than the house is worth, you don't have to pay it. The government picks up the tab. I guess that's not so bad after all. So here's how it works. If you're over 62, lenders will lend you a percentage of your home's value based on your age. And I can tell you how much that would be with a simple phone call. In our next video, we'll talk about one other way that you can lose your home through a reverse mortgage. And I'll also talk about the costs involved.
If you're struggling with making ends meet, you might consider finding out more. Call 844-292-6687 now to order our free Reverse Mortgages Exposed video series. You owe it to yourself to see what kind of financial relief you could find in a reverse mortgage. If you have any questions on what you've seen here today, call the number on the screen right now. We have also uncovered many other resources for people 50 and older. If you have any questions about any service, our operators will take your question and get it to someone who can answer it for you. Plus, we're always looking for more service providers, so if you know of someone that could help your friends or neighbors, call us now.